Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys and assembled company, welcome to the World Storytelling Cafe. It is tonight is Masako Carey with stories for children. Take it away, Masako. You start speaking, everyone will be listening.
Okay.
Across the world.
Across the world. All right. Hello, everybody. I would have been loved to be in Marrakech Storytelling Festival. I would have been there if it wasn't for my broken ankle. But I had got an opportunity here to tell you the stories at the Storytelling Cafe. So how lucky am I? So the first one, well, it starts with a song and it goes like this. 雪やコンコン、あられやコンコン、降っても降ってもまだ降りやまぬ。犬は喜びには駆け回り、猫はこたつで丸くなる。That is a song, Japanese song singing about snow. Now, today I have a theme, stories of snow, not only from Japan, but from different parts of the world. So my first question to you is, what color is snow? Very easy. Yes, it's white. In Japanese, it's called shiro. I wonder what it's called in your country, like in Arabic or in Darija. I think it says bayad. So my first story, actually, I learned this from my teacher, now my mentor, Liz Weir, when I just started to learn storytelling. And it's called How the Snow Got Its Color. And it's a story from Norway. Long, long time ago, the world was just new. The creator, he was giving away colors. The sky got blue, the grass got green, and the soil got brown. Animals, plants, everyone got colors. But snow came a bit late. Everyone was gone. He went to the creator and said, "May I have some color, please?" "Oh, I'm sorry, Snow, but I gave away all the colors. I was being generous." "Let's see. I know. Go to the flowers. I gave plenty of colors to the flowers. Surely someone will share it with you." So Snow went and looked for a flower, and he came across a red one. It was a beautiful red rose looking so proud. "Excuse me, Rose. The creator, he ran out of colors. Would you give me some of your colors, please?" "Why would I want to do that?" "Well, if you share your color with me, the hills, they will look all red. Wouldn't that be beautiful?" "I don't think so. See, I'm summer flower. And people, when they see me, they think of the warmth and also red. Oh, that's my color. Oh, and you are making me cold. Go away, Snow." Snow shrugged its wet shoulder and then walked on. Next, he came across yellow flower. It was daffodil. And he was looking up at the sky with a trumpet-like head, soaking in sunshine. "Hello, daffodil. Would you please share your color with me?" Why would I want to do that? Well, if I get some of your color, the trees will look all colorful and yellow. Wouldn't that be nice? No, no, no. Sharing. I need all the colors to soak up all the sun rays. And people look at me and think of spring. And you are making me cold. Go away, Snow. Disappointed, Snow then went to Tulip, Daisy, and Daria, and even Dandelion. No one would share color with Snow. And he was starting to get desperate because it was winter time, and he thought, if now snow falls from the sky, people's gonna think, oh, it's a cold rain. I'm not a rain, I'm snow. Snow was walking up the mountain and then found a little flower. Oh, pretty flower, your color is lovely. Would you share it with me? Why? Asked the little flower. Well, if you share your color with me, then all the mountains, all the hills, everything is going to be white and crisp and bright, and everyone will love it. That sounds nice. I will share my color with you. Come closer. So the snow got closer to the flower, and then she went, a little drop of white went onto the snow, and instantly snow turned into white. And then snow started to fall from the sky. And in no time, everything turned beautiful, shiny white. Oh, thank you so much for being kind to me. I shall be kind to you. No matter how cold it gets, the frost will not bite your petals. And no matter how thick the snow or icy the snow, you will be able to push up your way and become a first flower to come out in the spring. And from then on, this flower is called snowdrops. And if you look at the back of the snowdrop's petal, there's a bit of green in it, and that is the part where the color dropped onto the snow. So that is my first story. My next story, well, now we are going to tell some Japanese story. Last time I was on this, I mentioned about we start with special words for folk tales. And that is, I wonder if you remember, mukashi mukashi. So if you help me to start, let's say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mukashi mukashi. Long time ago. Well, there was an elderly couple. They were poor. Husband, we don't even have rice to make a rice cake for the new year. Without rice cake, we won't be able to greet the new year properly. Tomorrow was New Year's Day, but they were so poor they didn't have any rice. The wife stood up and she went into another room, and she came back with some kimonos. Here, these are not new, but they are good quality. You should be able to fetch some money. And husband said, I guess we have no other choice. So the husband, he put the kimonos on his back and he set off to the town to sell them at the market. It was quite far away to the town. When he came to the end of the village, he came face to face with child gods, Ojizo-sama. They watch over villagers, children, and travelers. And the old man, he put his hands and bowed him. Thank you always for looking out for us. I don't have any offering right now, but maybe I can pick up something in the town. And he walked on. Finally, he arrived to the town, and it was buzzing. He found a place in a busy market and started to sell. いらっしゃいませ、いらっしゃい! Some clothes to sell? It's a good quality. Come on, touch it. How about it? How about it? いらっしゃい、いらっしゃい! But people were too busy getting ready for New Year. They didn't have time for old second-hand kimonos. And too soon the sun started to go down and old man was left with all his kimonos. I couldn't buy any rice. The wife is going to be so disappointed. Oh, おい、そこの人. A man who was selling hats stopped by. You've got a good set of clothes here. No buyers yet? No, not even single one. Well, in that case, would you exchange your clothes with my hat? But see, I made too many. Well, old man thought about it, and instead of hat, he wanted rice. But when he looked at this man's pitiful face, he changed his mind. All right, we'll exchange. Really? Oh, you're so kind. Have a nice New Year. After the greeting, the old man turned around and retracted his steps back home. It started to snow. Oh, the way up the hill was getting harder. After a good while, he came to the area where the Ojizo-sama was. Oh, dear, 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 you are all covered in snow. You must be freezing. He went over to each child god and started to take off the snow. And then he thought, I have a good idea. And he took out the straw hat that he just got and then placed it on each child gods. But when he came to the sixth, he realized he had no more. He took off his own straw hat and then placed it on the seventh god and said, I'm sorry, but please make do with my old hat. And then he walked back home. I'm home. Hi. Gala, gala, gala. Oh, Mao, what happened to you? Why are you so covered in snow, and where is your hat? The old man, once he was settled inside, he told everything to his wife. You did a good deed, husband. You think so? Yes, I do. The couple, they went to bed happy. Dusun, 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 dusun. じいさんの家はどこだ? Where is the old man's house? Strange sound woke them up, and it was getting louder and louder and louder. Dusun, 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 dusun. じいさんの家はどこだ? Where is the old man's house? It's here! Tremendous noise was heard, and the old man and the old woman were scared. They went inside the futons and shivered. sound after that. They poked their head out. Looked safe enough. They went outside, tiptoed to the door and opened the door carefully. And to their surprise, inside the door was a mountain of food for the new year. Bags and bags of rice, snapper fish, and white daikon radish, and negi leek, and tangerine, sweet sake, and more. What could it be? What could it be? And then, when they looked over the mountain of food, they saw the Ojizo-sama, the child gods, walking away. It must be thank you present. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。So, on the New Year's Day, they used the rice and made lovely rice cake. And then, after the dinner, they took plenty back to the child gods. Thank you so much. Because of you all, we had lovely dinner. Now, let us look after you. And from then on, the old man and old woman look after these Ojizo-samas really well. And in return, the child gods look after them. And they lived happily, healthily, forever after. So that was my another story. And hello, David. Lovely to have somebody. And so now my next story. Well, before I go, in winter time, we wear some warmer clothes, and we'll wear like woolly jumpers, and maybe some hats, some warm coats, and some gloves. But their type of gloves called mitten. It looks like this, all the four together and one away. Well, now this is called mitten, like this. And my next story is about this mitten. And this story came from Ukraine. One day, a boy was walking in the snow. He was pulling his sleigh. He found this great place in a nice hill that will be perfect for going down on his sleigh. But to get there, he needed to go over the stone wall. And while he was climbing over, his mitten, lovely red one, fell onto the snow. But he didn't notice it. And then he just went on. After a while, came out a mole. What's that? He went over and he went inside. This is so warm. I can make this place my house for the winter time. And while the mole was making himself cozy, came a frog at the mouth of the mitten. Oh, it's so cold out here. Hello, mole. See, my feet are freezing. May I come in? Of course, said the kind mole. And while the mole and frogs were warming up, boom, bounce, bounce, came a bunny rabbit. Hello, friends. Oh, you look so warm. My tail, it's freezing. May I come in? Of course, said the mole and the frog. And they made space for the rabbit to come. So 3 of them were cozy, but soon 2 more visitors came. One was Fox, and another was Vixen. Vixen is female fox. Oh, It's so cold out here, and our snouts are freezing. May we come in, please? Well, we already have three, but we'll somehow manage. Come on in. So now the mitten was tight. Everybody was squashed. And as they struggled inside, a bear came by. And he was not the type that would be left alone outside in the cold. I want to go in too. Please let me come in. You, there's no space here and you're too big. But the bear did not listen. He pushed his way in. So the animals had no choice but to put their faces out the mitten, so their bodies were at least inside. And they could not move an inch. But as they finally settled, along came a little mouse, a field mice, shivering and cold. I'm so cold. My tail, it's completely frozen. Please let me in too. Oh, but mouse, we are completely full. I know you are small, but there is no space in here. Don't worry, I found a place. And before anyone can say anything, the little mouse went up onto a top of nose of a bear. And its tail started to go right, left, right, left. And then the bear's nose went and and out went the bear, and out went the mouse, out went the fox and vixen, out went the rabbit, out went the frog, and out went the mole. Everyone flew out into the air, and the mitten, it flew over the stone wall and fell in onto the other side. Soon after that, the boy came back, finished playing, and as he got close to the stone wall, he saw something red, and it was his mitten that he lost. He happily picked it up, but then was puzzled because it has gotten so big. How did it happen? The boy put his mitten in his pocket, and then he climbed over the stone wall, and then he went back home. So, next story. Well, it's another Japanese story, but see over here, I'm from Tokyo, Japan, but at the moment I live in Northern Ireland. And in Northern Ireland, not so long ago, we had quite a bit of snow. And I live in countryside, so we had lots of snow. And my daughter made this snowman. No, she made snow cat with the whiskers. It was very cute. And when she was little, we had big snow. It came up to here, and we couldn't go outside for a week because the road was covered. And we just made a big house of snow, just making a hole. That was fun. Now, my next story is from a very, very cold area with lots of snow in Japan. And oh, by the way, do you know how to say snow in Japanese? It's called yuki. How Japanese folktales start with? Mukashi, mukashi. Long time ago, in the deep of the mountain up north in Japan, there was a small village. And in this village, there was a father named Kosaku and a son named Minokichi. And it was a late autumn day, the Gosaku and Minokichi, they decided to go hunting and went into the mountain. But for some reason, they couldn't find any animals. No geese, no deer, nothing. So they walked on deeper into the mountain. Some of you may know about the mountain weather is very changeable, and suddenly the sky started to come down and the wind started to pick up. Ah, I think we're going to be met by a storm, said Gosaku. And soon after he said that, the snow started to fall, and everything got covered white in no time. We have to find a hut for the woodcutter. They struggled and walked in the heavy snow for a good long while, and finally found the hut. Once they built a fire and ate the food they carried, Gosaku, the father, fell asleep. He must have gotten so tired from the thing we have to go through today, sighed the son, Minokichi, while he guarded the fire. But Minokichi, he himself, was tired and eventually fell asleep. But he woke up feeling cold. The fire was out, and as he looked carefully, there was a beautiful woman with white kimono on standing beside the fireplace. Her red lips were so bright against her white skin. And as Minokichi watched, she glided over to his father and bent down. And she looked into his face, and a white smoke came out from her mouth, and Minokichi was horrified as he watched his father, his body frozen over. And then the woman came towards Minokichi, and she put her hands onto his cheeks and looked into his eyes. You're still young, and your life is burning strong. I will not kill you, but you have to promise not to tell anyone about this, or I will come and take your life. Remember that. And then a strong wind with snow blew in the hut, and the woman was gone. Minokichi fainted then and there. The villagers, they helped bury Minokichi's father in the village. Minokichi now was all alone. He hardly ever spoke or smiled after that snowy night. Feeling lonely, spring, summer, autumn passed, and it was another winter. It was one snowy night. Hi, who is it? He opened the door, and in front of him was a beautiful young woman. I'm a traveler and I got lost. May I stay in your house for a night? Oh, of course, come on in, come on in. Kind Minokichi gave her some warm food and drink, and as they spoke over the fire, some feelings grew from each other. And Minokichi found out this woman's name was Yuki, and she was all alone and nowhere to go. Minokichi and Yuki, they got married, and Yuki managed to give Minokichi back his words and smiled. She was a hard-working woman. Between them, they had 5 children. Happiness filled their life. But just one problem was, in the scorching hot day, Yuki often got sick and fainted sometimes. But kind Minokichi would support her, and their life continued harmoniously. Many years passed, and it was another winter and stormy night. The snow was banging outside, but inside was warm and cozy. Minokichi was lying on his sides beside the fire after dinner, and Yuki was working on her needlework across from the fire. And the children, they were sleeping in another room. Ah, happiness filled Minokichi's heart. He watched his wife, who was as young and beautiful as he first met, and her look and the sound of the storm reminded him. Ah, it was a night like this. What is? Asked Yuki. And although Minokichi never told anyone about it, he now told Yuki about the night of that snowy day. After he finished speaking, there was silence for a long time. And then Yuki spoke. Did you not promise with someone not to tell? What? Asked Minokichi. I told you not to tell that to anyone. The strong snow wind blew in the room, and Yuki turned into Yuki Onna, the snow woman. Minokichi's eyes was wide open and his face became pale blue. I told you not to tell anyone. But now we have children between us, so I cannot take your life. I wish I could stay here, but I must leave. Please, look after our children. And then the strong snow wind blew again, and Yuki was gone. Minokichi ran outside and, Yuki, I'm sorry, please come back, Yuki. But she never came back. It is said that up north in the winter time, the snow woman is still longing for her kind Minokichi and her children, calling them in the wind, saying, Hugh, Hugh, Oshimai. So, my next story actually is the last story. Well, it's written by a Japanese person called Nimi Nanikichi. But it's the setup. It could be anywhere in the world where there is snow and mountain. So here we go. Long, long ago, there were 2 foxes. It was winter time up in the mountain and it was so cold. But the mother fox and her son were nice and warm. They were cuddling up to each other in their own den, sleeping. Next morning, the little fox put out his head out from the den and everything was white. This was the first time this little fox encountered snow. He tried to walk under them. Cute, cute, cute. It's so cold and it makes funny noise. And then he walked over to the bush and he touched it with his paw and all that snow came down at once. The little fox was jumping around, running around happily in the snow. The mother fox came out from the den and watched her son lovingly. After a good while, the little fox walked towards his mommy with concern on his face. Mommy. His paws were bright red like red camellia flower. Oh, poor thing. She took her son's paws and tried to warm them up. You know what? I found some money on the path the other day. Maybe we can go and buy you some gloves in the town. Really, Mommy? The little fox never been to the town. At night, they walked down the mountain together. Oh, Mommy, the stars are not only in the sky. Look, the stars are down here too. Oh, son, they are not stars. They are lightings that humans use. As they got closer to the town, the mother started to walk slowly. The past memory started to haunt her. A while ago, when she was younger, she visited the town with her other foxes, and then when she encountered a human, he thought they came to steal things. And he started to chase them, and it was so scary. And he caught one of them and started to beat until the fox could not get up. Ever since, the mother fox was afraid of humans. And eventually, she stopped. Oh, son, I cannot go on anymore, but you go on. Give me your paws. And she took one. Mommy, what this? That is human hand. Now when you go into town, look for a shop where they sell hats. And then you knock on the door. The door will open slightly. Then you put your human hand in it and say, I need a pair of gloves that matches my hand. Now remember, you have to put in human hand, not your fox hand. Humans are scary. If they find out you're a fox, they might put you in a cage and do terrible things to you. I can do it, Mommy. I can. So off the little fox went. He came into the town. Everything looked so exciting. It was still cold and snow was about. No one was out and about. And eventually he found a shop that sells hats. But when he came outside the door, suddenly he got nervous. His heart was pounding and his blood was going fast inside him. But he put courages together and knocked. Who's there? Came the answer. I came to buy gloves. I need the one that fits my hand. And then after that, like Mommy said, a little bit of the door was open. But the little fox, was so nervous and was so confused. Instead of putting out human hand, he put out fox hand. Ooh! The owner was surprised to see Fox's legs sticking out from the door, and he thought, I wonder if Fox is trying to trick me. Maybe the money is made out of leaves? So he said, can I have some money first, please? Now, Fox knew he made a mistake, but what has been done is done. So he put the money on his fox paw and put it out again. The owner took the money. Ding, ding. Oh, the money looks real. Well, in that case. So he turned around and searched a variety of things and found a little mittens. Red, woolly, white, nice one. And he placed it on top of Fox's paw. Thank you! The little fox put them on. It was so warm. He ran back to his mommy. Meanwhile, up in the mountain, the mother fox was going right, going left, going right, going left. Why did I let him go? Why did I not go with him? Why did I not stop him? Oh, she was worried sick. Oh, how happy was she when she saw her son coming up the path. She ran towards him and hugged him and then felt his warmth. Ah, I was so worried, son, that you might make a mistake. I actually did, Mommy. What? But Mommy, the human, they're not scary. Look, he gave me these gloves and I love them. And the happy fox jumped around in the snow. And Mother Fox looked at her son. Humans are not all bad. She joined her son, and together they walked back up to the mountain, back to their cozy den, where they can snuggle up to each other again. Thank you very much. That's my story. I don't. Sorry, Cafe. So thank you. There was some technical mistake today. There was misunderstanding. So sorry if you could not come and join us. But so hopefully you enjoyed my story. That is it from me. So thank you very much, Walid, for doing the technical side. And I hope everybody at Marrakesh Storytelling Festival is having a wonderful time. I hope I can join you all next time. So thank you. Oh, yes, David. Thank you. Did you like it, David? Yes. So, Walid, what do you want me to do? So I guess I will then leave. If that's what I'm supposed to do. You are broke up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Walid. I hope you liked it, David. I wonder if Louis was watching it from anywhere.
What after it going?
Okay, David. Where are you, David? Ah, I see you're in UK too. I'm in UK too. I'm in Northern Ireland. Ah, okay, so I guess I will leave if that's okay, Walid. Okay, I will be leaving. So lovely meeting. Thank you for listening, David, and everybody else who was here, and whoever is watching this video later. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for having me, and thank you, Alice. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.